It's ShireFolk tour number 10.
We're on to double figures.
Wow. It's been a while since you've done one of these.
Well, we've been on summer break. So,
Can't really break now, is it? There's been a summer and we've put on festivals and little Harry Potter things. And so, yeah, there's been a summer.
There's been a summer. There's been a pause in the ShireFolk tours.
And now we're kicking it all like...
Pause in the tours.
Pause in the tours. That's nice. That's a nice way to say things. Pause in the tours.
But we're very excited. We are back for the autumn season, and we're absolutely thrilled to have Amy and Alasdair come in for the autumn season.
Yeah, so Amy and Alasdair.
Especially as Alasdair has been with us before.
He has. He's already done
And
it
he
to
wants
us.
to come back.
You know what I mean? He was part of the Heather Ferrier trio back in, I think it was March. It was March this year.
It was March.
Yes.
Well done. Well remembered. All that.
A lot has happened between now and then.
But had such a good time that he asked to come back with this duo, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. Very, very excited about it.
So shall we get on with it?
I think let's go and have a chat.
Your pipes are never in order, your chanter's never in tune. I wish the deal he had and a young man in your room. I wish the deal he had and a young man in your room. But I got in an old man to row me through the war.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
So go on, introduce yourselves and tell us where you are.
Go on, Alasdair, you start.
Okay. I'm Alasdair. Alasdair Paul. I'm in Newcastle at the minute. And it is not very nice. It's raining. It's been quite horrible. I was meant to do a video shoot up in Northumberland today, but we had to kind of patch it because the rain was too bad.
Oh,
No,
dear.
no.
Well, if it's any consolation, when it rained really heavy here on Wednesday, we had buckets in every room.
Oh, no.
Including rooms downstairs.
Yeah, we've been spending the whole summer going, oh yeah, we really need to
We
fix
need
the
to
roof.
fix that roof, don't we? And then summer's passed and gone, oh, we never did fix that roof, did we?
Oh, dear.
And how about you, Amy? Where are you?
Yes, hello, I'm Amy Leach and I'm in Edinburgh and I'm looking out my window and it's horrible here too.
Hey.
I've normally got quite a nice view, but I can't see anything today.
This is our first Zoom with two people in different locations. That's exciting.
And technically in different nations.
In different
Yes.
countries.
Different nations, yeah.
Wow.
Which is international.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
It is very exciting. We've got international podcasting.
Well, you've got the EP that came out this year, Traditional Songs.
Love the way you've written songs.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Whose idea?
Yeah.
I don't know whose idea that was. So a lot of our music, our songs are in Scots. So six songs comes from the Scots language that we use.
We were just joking just now about whether uneducated English audiences ever require translation.
Well, that yes. Sometimes when I'm singing in English, they ask me what language I'm singing in. So
Which is mad because I always think that you've got really quite clear sort of diction for songs. But
thank you so much, Alasdair. I appreciate
that's
that.
okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, because that's really, it's using the dialect, isn't it?
Right.
So just some really interesting descriptions and things like that. And it's just, it just really adds to the whole kind of ambience of it all. But when you were choosing the songs, how did you choose which songs?
I think we did a few more. We've got a bit of an addiction to throwing new things into the set list. And the 6 songs that are on the EP, we maybe did a couple more. We definitely tried a few more when we were recording. And those were just ones that stuck. So it kind of runs I'm trying to think what songs are on the EP now.
Well, we didn't start with the 6 we were gonna keep. So we kind of started with a bunch of them and saw what stuck. So it's a bit like
maybe 10. And there's a few that we tried them once in the space and they weren't feeling right on the day, so we just kind of moved on.
You know when you're checking if your spaghetti's ready and you throw it against the wall and see the sticks.
Exactly. There's a lot of that goes on. And normally we do that at gigs, but
and the audience.
Yeah, I was going to say, a very sticky
it's
audience.
Good fun. Like we like to, I don't know, the 6 songs that are on there. I feel like they're good. It's a good representation, though, I think, of everything we do. In terms of there's some that are maybe ones that you've been singing for quite a while, Amy.
Yeah.
And then there's some that are a bit newer to us, but none of them are new, really. I mean, like, the newest one would be Jamie Fires, which is from the 50s/60s.
Okay.
The words from Ewan MacColl, but obviously the tunes, like, from the 19th century.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of it's pretty old. So it tends to be what we're interested in is old things.
So, release date, 29th of February, which means that its anniversary is once every 4 years.
I like that.
I love it.
I know.
Was that on
Are you
purpose,
sick of everyone telling you it's their 1 year anniversary of something coming out? I'm going to wait another 4 years for that.
I think we just sort of saw that we could do that. We decided to do it because it was...
I think someone else did that as well. I think a few people had the same thought.
Yeah.
It's a good thought.
I mean, it came out there. I don't think it maybe went on to Spotify and things then, and Bandcamp.
No.
It was already on. It was already on.
Yeah, it crept into the world.
It snuck on because when I did the digital distribution, I did the form wrong and didn't do the release date right.
We're really organised people.
We're very, we didn't have CDs for months after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was one of your sisters said, wasn't it?
What was it?
I think that it was online.
Oh yeah, they were like, I've been listening to your music. I was like, it's not even out yet.
but it was out.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm taking from this is don't give Alasdair any forms to fill in. Is that what I'm saying?
He's better than me.
I'm good at some forms. I'm not good at the digital distribution, apparently.
Yeah.
I can do a carnet, though. I've successfully negotiated doing a carnet for going to Europe, so...
Really?
Yes, that wasn't easy.
That is complicated. I wouldn't want to try that.
Just bragging, obviously.
So as a touring musician and carnets and travelling into Europe, how have you found the transition? Are you found it okay?
I've done one a total of once, and it was fine. And we kind of felt like we didn't really... I don't know, there's a lot of folk I knew that went away around the summer time and didn't do one. But then I also have read so many stories about people getting all their stuff impounded, so... But, and it was only because we were in a car and had a bunch of gear that wasn't travelling with the musicians who were going to be using it, that we didn't feel that we were covered by the personal exemption.
Yeah, fair enough.
Last time I went over, we just did the personal exemption. We just carried our stuff over on the ferry. It was fine.
I mean, you live reasonably far from each other. And how does that rehearsal stroke writing, arrangement, how does that work? Are you doing it over Zoom or are you doing it on the road?
Oh, no. No Zoom, no.
No Zoom.
Well, we're both on the East Coast mainland quite a lot.
It's a lot of trains.
We
conveniently decided to wait till, having had, 10, 11 years of living in the same city, we decided to wait till Amy moved away to start doing stuff as a duo properly. But we're up and down. We're both up and down for other things.
Yeah.
Like it's an hour and a half. Like we can be up, in each other's flat in like 2.5 hours easily.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
Well, it's not too bad.
Yeah. And then also, my grandparents are in Edinburgh. Amy's got a lot of connections still down here from when you lived here. And then the other thing we do is just sort of wing things a lot and kind of try and make we make the most of the time we do have. We try, we commit to doing things and then forces us into
I think that's more being professional and so talented that you can just walk into a room and just nail it with
yeah. That's a better selling pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what's your musical background then, Amy?
Well, I kind of grew up doing traditional music in Edinburgh for like different youth music things. Like there's like youth music initiatives all around the country like that really, but I went to Edinburgh Youth Catering and things like that, and some of the fashion things. And then, I just got the bug for it. I just, like, we both just love traditional songs. I think because the stories they tell and the way that they tell the stories really is kind of what it comes down to. So I studied on the folk degree at Newcastle, like a lot of other folk studied there. So half of my family's from Newcastle, so moving there was quite a natural choice for me. And then, just studied there and kind of got the bug for it. I've always been singing all along, but I kind of, after uni, fell into desk work and kind of normal different types of jobs. And, I've always been singing on the side, but then it's nice to do a bit more now.
I was listening to it just now, and it is that it's the general feel that you get from the music. It is very visual. I don't know, that's just me. But, you listen to music and you can kind of imagine exactly where you should be, and that's the point I'm trying to make. And I think for this time of year, it's even got more of that because it's like it's a little bit dark, it's a little bit drizzly, and you've got that kind of turn into autumn. Yeah.
I think as well, like we recorded it about this time last year, maybe slightly later,
October,
and you can hear some like we recorded in this funny wee studio, which is it's an old Coachworks in Biker.
It's a scrapyard, isn't it? Really,
which is now a scrapyard. Yeah. So it's already Sept and Sons. Yeah. But you can hear there's a wee bit. I think one of the tracks you can hear a bit Rain on the Roof and that sort of thing. Like we tried to keep that. We wanted that to be sort of the EP to be kind of a document of a couple of days of us making music together, rather than like a fully produced, sort of not fully thought through, but a fully realized thing. You know,
it's
more
snapshot.
It's a snapshot, exactly. Just a sort of a snapshot of where we were at that time, and hopefully, I think if it can take people to that kind of space, that's awesome. That means it's doing its job.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And there's a record that Cahalan Morrison, who's an amazing banjo player and guitar and singer from New Mexico, made in an old church, and you can hear the stove going and things like that. You can hear bits of this in the background. So I was really inspired by that when we were making it, just to do like it doesn't have to be super polished and super slick, and I think that doesn't really suit our approach to this music either. Like I don't think I enjoy some really slickly produced music and have tried to do things that were more in that direction in the past.
Yeah.
In other projects, but I think for this, like because it's like we find a song we like, and then we play it and sing it, and then find a sort of a version of that sits right for us, and it doesn't need to be. Everything around the song doesn't need to be too much, because we like the song is great. And I think
it's about capturing that moment. It's like a photograph of that moment, isn't it?
Exactly.
And everything that goes with it, rather than let's break it down into every little section and make
totally
it,
and that's not to say that when we do, like I think we're at some point maybe over the course of the next year we'll do another recording, which might be more of a full length thing, more of an album, which might be more of a more controlled sound, a more fully fleshed out sound, maybe some extra musicians as well. But it felt like, I don't know, for a first thing, that it should really represent kind of where we were at the time.
Yeah, and like what we love doing is singing to people, and what we wanted to put out there is sort of what people are going to get when they come to our gigs. So we're not trying to like build it up to a sound that's bigger than what we are. And the songs themselves, like some of them are really dramatic. So it's trying not to like go too far with what you're doing with it, because then it becomes a bit melodramatic.
I think it's trying to find that balance of making it dramatic without being melodramatic is I feel like that's something that's really important to us, to me anyway.
Because the arrangements are really stripped back, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Just by just having the voices and the guitar.
I'm barely playing most of the time, a lot of the time, but like some of the slower songs, like I think that's all it, like rather than, especially the ballads, like we both have a real interest in that, and they're so narratively rich, and the language and the poetry of them can be so rich that there's no point in trying to put or to me anyway, for us, I don't think we could find a good way to put a groove to them all and sort of have them be, a more fully arranged, fully realized thing. When actually, if I can just sort of hang a few chords in the air and then the song goes kind of through them, that's what I want to hear. And like, I've always really liked hearing. I've always liked, for those songs, I always like to think that I don't want my part to change how Amy's going to sing the song for a song like that.
Yeah.
Too much. Although obviously sometimes, more. I'm trying to think what's on the EP songs, maybe something like Loud Bonnie, there's maybe a bit more pushing and pulling than you would do if you're singing it live. Sorry, unaccompanied. But that's also adds, that's following the story and kind of things.
Call in, Low Bonnie, she cried, and stay a while with me. A goodly forfeit ye shall receive, and a drink of the good black tea. I will come in, but I can't sit down, for I haven't a moment to say. There's one more girl in this whole round town that I love better than thee.
So we've seen you play before, Alasdair, quite a few times, but it's been with the Heather Ferrier trio, and you've actually been on a ShireFolk tour before.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as part of the Heather Ferrier trio.
And for some reason, you
For some reason, you want to come back and join us
no,
again.
it's great. It's a lovely. Do you know? I'd not really like before we did those gigs. I'd not really visited this sort of Herefordshire, Shropshire, that whole area at all. Like I had a total blank spot on the map between kind of the West Midlands and Wales, really. And like even then, I've not really spent as much time in Wales as I would like.
And this is the exact reason why we started ShireFolk, because the way you see that there's a blank spot in the map in your head around here, it's because there is a blank spot for
Totally.
emerging artist venues to be there to come.
I had been one time before to Bromyard.
Yes, because they got a lovely folk thing going on there.
Well,
yeah.
to do folk, I did folk in the foyer, which I'm not sure actually is still running anymore. With my main band, historically main band, Pons Aelius. So we did folk in the foyer a good few years ago, which was nice. And actually, myself and Amy, hilariously, are going to Bromyard. Amy's going tomorrow. I'm going on Saturday morning, first thing, and then we're going back to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we're coming back to, so just want to get as many entrance and exit stamps, No, it's one of those like classic trying to juggle different jobs and projects and things.
How are you with juggling different bands? Because obviously you're with the Heather Ferrier trio.
Yep.
You're with Amy and Alasdair, and you've got, what other projects have you got on the go?
So Pons Aelius, which is kind of like the main other thing that I'm sort of involved in, kind of in more of a creative role, which is the band that I've been in for 10 years now, maybe 11 years actually, which is like a instrumental folk music. There's 6 of us: bagpipes, banjo, percussion, bass, myself, flute, and then I play with Jordan Aikin, so the piper from that band. The entire Heather Ferrier trio is in his band.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's by them plus Bevan, who's a amazing bass player. So playing electric and that. So a few things, and then I play with a few other people kind of around Newcastle. I'm actually about to go, after we do these gigs, I'm doing some gigs with my friend Jenny Lascelles, who's more of a alt pop singer-songwriter, playing electric bass, and do a bunch of different things. But I'd say like this duo, Heather's band, Jordan's band, and Pons Aelius are kind of the main things. And it's nice because those are all very, that runs, from playing like I say, like 3 chords a minute with Amy, to like Heather's really quite intense, sort of lots of chords, lots of happening music, and then like Jordan's stuff is more groove based. It's like it's traditional, style melodies that he's written, but I'm playing electric guitar. It's quite a different vibe.
Okay.
And then Pons Aelius is more like, it's a big sound, but it's all acoustic instruments, but it's a really big sound. And that's stuff that I'm sort of involved in writing and arranging more.
Okay, brilliant.
So it's good. I get to do lots of fun things.
And what other projects are you involved with, Amy?
I'm involved in absolutely no other projects.
Oh.
And it makes me
fully
very
100% focused, Amy and Alasdair.
I absolutely love having no other projects, I'll tell you that. I have a mad mind and couldn't cope with that many projects. Absolutely not. No, but you run
a choir.
I run a choir. I'm a community singer leader as well. Yeah. So I run a botanics choir. So I work at the Botanic Gardens in Edinburgh, and we have a choir that is just about plants. So
brilliant.
I have a lot of mad times. Like every week I make someone say a random plant name, and we warm up by singing that plant name, and it's just the weirdest, most wonderful part of the week. It's brilliant.
That sounds amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. So do you want to be the support act for yourself, and you can do plant-based songs?
Exactly.
That makes you sound so much more like hippy-dippy than you actually are. I like it.
It really does. I had this really weird moment this summer where I was like singing to a tree thinking, what has happened to my life? This is not where I thought I was going to go.
Well, how did I end up here? Tree?
Exactly. I'm actually really not a hippie at all, but, I practice their ways.
The artwork on the EP.
Oh, yeah.
Who came up with the designs for that? Because I love the lino print and I love the style.
They're lush.
So I can't. We were initially going to get a different friend of ours to do them, and she wasn't able to. So it's our friend Bertie Armstrong, who is an amazing banjo player, singer, songwriter, guitarist, just an absolutely incredible musician.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He plays with Holly Clark in Holly and the Reavers, and he has an amazing EP that I think is still available online that I recorded with him just before lockdown. We did it in his parents' sitting room in Newcastle. But amazing, like, just multi-talented individual. So we had the idea that we wanted... Well, I think we were talking initially about that we were going to send Nat, who was originally going to do the artwork, like, we were like trying to pick which songs to send her to give a flavour of the thing. And then we kind of came up on the idea of like, oh, let's just do one, let's have this like series of images.
Yeah.
One for each song. So they kind of each link to a little visual thing from the songs.
Yeah.
I think they're fairly like...
It's pretty easy to figure them out. I sometimes get two of them mixed up and can't remember
Which ones?
But he's written underneath which one they are, so I always have to double check.
On the prints, yeah. So we've got some like full-size prints of those, which Bertie hand lino printed and signed and everything.
I noticed that. Have you still got them for sale?
I was going to say,
Yeah, well, we've got a few.
Cool.
We'll bring some down.
Brilliant.
But yeah, it's just really nice to do, like, I don't know, it was nice for us to kind of work with someone who we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just got it. He completely got it because he's a singer himself. So
Yeah, there was very little. There was like almost zero back and forth about it. He was like, "Oh, I'm thinking something like this," and we're like, "Yeah, fire on! Please just do that." And then he did it. And then the design, the actual layout, was another great musician called Bruce Lamble-Rudd, who's a melodeon player based here in Newcastle. He's got a great band called Harkin Quartet. And I know Bruce through doing Kaylee's with DIY Kaylee here in Newcastle, but he's also got a really good eye for sort of design and layout and things. So yeah, he did that for us. And it's nice just to have, I don't know, like people from our kind of community pitching into the stuff.
That's really cool. And also, you're probably the world's best client. There's no sending back. It's like, oh yeah, they're great. Let's go with that.
Love it. That's good. Yeah.
To be fair, I think with Bruce there was a bit more faffing,
a little bit, yeah.
but not much.
It's mainly because we don't know how to express what we want from a font. Like, who knows how to put fonts into English? Like, I can't do that.
Yeah. It's difficult when you try to describe things. Can you have them a bit fluffier, or
Exactly.
can you have a bit more anger in them?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
I need it to be more complex.
Yeah. Like that, when people are trying to describe when you're mixing and they ask you, could you add a little bit more, I don't know, and a squidginess, and like, I have no idea what that means. So how's your summer been?
Oh, yeah, it's been dead nice, hasn't it, Alasdair?
But yeah, it's been lovely. It's been very busy.
Yeah.
For both of us in kind of different things. I think we've just done the one gig together, haven't we? At Saltburn.
Yeah, well, when did we do that one in Newcastle?
Which one? In the tunnel?
No.
Oh, the church. That wasn't summer. That was June.
In summer. Yeah, it's been a long summer.
So we kind of kicked off with, we did a gig in, there's an amazing church here in Newcastle in Jasmine.
I saw some bits on Instagram of that, and it looked amazing. Sounded amazing.
It's an insane room. It's like it was built basically with money from one guy who was either a shipyard owner or like a shipping kind of company owner. And so he built this church in the late 19th century. But inside it's just like, it's the most blinged out thing ever. There's like insane marble everywhere. I feel like it's just wild.
Is it like we're walking into Italy, like any Italian church you walk into? It just feels.
Well, yeah, and actually the tower is copied from the Basilica of San Mark in Venice.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually older than the current one that's in Venice because that one fell down and got rebuilt in the early 20th century.
So you're like, yes.
So that was really cool to start,
like,
and then
huge acoustic, massive acoustic, so nice.
And then from there we were then both kind of doing different things. Amy does some clogging as well, so you were at a couple of festivals with the Cloggies.
Yeah.
Are you bringing clogging with you?
I'm not currently planning on bringing clogging with me. I like to clog in company.
Okay.
And I was actually teaching the other week where I had to like clog in front of them, and I realised it was the first time I'd ever clogged on my own.
Clogged solo.
Yeah, in front of a room of teenagers. So no, but it doesn't take much to get a few clog steps out of me. So Peer pressure does wonderful things.
Probably not near the whiskey barrels though.
Not the other whiskey barrels.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, then we've had a few other. We were at Saltburn Festival together, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And I was playing with Heather as well, which was great. Which is a really nice festival if anyone's looking for a festival to go to. And the weather was great, which always helps.
Oh, yeah, it was lush.
And actually, the weather's been great. Our friend Eleanor is the artistic director, and ever since she started being the artistic director, the weather's always been really good. So
Nice. Yeah, good omens.
yeah, really good. She's doing something right at least.
She's in with the big boy.
Exactly. Yeah. She's putting money in the right pockets. And then we've had a few other things. We were both working at Footwork Summer School, with our friend Grace, who was the director of that. And then it's been really good but very busy. I feel like I've just been like dotting around and about all over the place.
Yeah.
And then I thought I was going to get quieter, and I looked at my diary and spending the whole month everywhere. So it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Lots of it, but that's good. I think it's good. It's better than I'll go funny if I'm just at home for too long.
Yeah. It feels like for us, it's just settled, isn't it? It's like September. Silly season's over. Let's get on and focus on with the shows. Because with all the festivals, it's always like
Totally.
it's like a different beast altogether, isn't it? And then now you can actually go back to actual shows, and
exactly.
I love them, but I do like to settle back down in September.
There's a lot more logistical stuff on the festival side.
Yes.
Far distant lies fires the brave. Nay tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave. For his bones they lie scattered on the rude soil of Spain. And young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. He's gone frae the shipyard that stands on the Clyde. His hammer lies idle, his tools laid aside. To the widey broad river young Foyers is gane, to fight by the side of the people of Spain.
So how did you start collaborating together?
Oh,
I'm trying to remember. So we first would have met
yeah.
when I moved to Newcastle, or did we actually already met before that? I can't remember.
I don't remember my 20s and my teens very well. So
Okay,
you'll
so I'll
have
have to go
to
from
fill in the blanks.
you're not that old, so that's only really got
I'm
DLs
only
for the last
32.
sort of 2 years.
So
Yeah,
only
exactly.
2 years, that's it. I've seen photos of my past, but I don't really know what happened.
We would have definitely met. I'm trying to remember if we met at a Fèis one time, but I don't think we maybe. I can't remember if we did or not.
We
but
probably
we definitely
ignored
met.
each other at a fish.
Who knows? We definitely met in Newcastle. We're just sort of around in the scene, and I don't think we ever actually played any music together for quite a good number of years.
Yeah.
But I definitely would have seen Amy like singing at stuff. I think maybe we did. Yeah, I'm really struggling to remember as well. It's a long time. But it's a lot of sort of just like generally being kind of aware and like a fan of Amy singing. And Amy's able to sort of trad songs. And then we did some little bits of duo stuff like maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think so. We were in a band with a couple of other folks.
We were in
for
a
while.
band together as well. Yeah, of course.
Called The Flighting. We were in a band called The Flighting with a couple of our friends, Shona and Sean, totally brilliant fiddle player, box player. And that was kind of like, some of the stuff was quite similar, some of the stuff was quite different. And then
There was a lot more tunesy stuff there. So Amy, you were playing a lot of piano there, Amy, and then it was maybe all a bit more of that fuller kind of sound. And then various sort of, everyone kind of went slightly separate ways from that. We did some little bits as well. I'd say more like in the vibe we're doing now. We did one gig and I put together a few songs with our friends Sam Partridge and Grace Smith.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Who play from the Grace Smith trio, which I'm sure a lot of people listening
That was
will know.
nice, yeah.
Is that memory coming back now?
We should get a band back together.
That was more the precursor to this, maybe. And then 3 years ago, it was that thing at the Cumberland, I think.
Yeah, so we got our friends in the northeast. The Cumberland Arms is like the home of folk there. Alasdair is there all the time.
I worked there.
Yeah, which is one of the
Right.
reasons he's there all the time.
Which is one of the reasons I'm
Yeah.
there all the time.
But they're like, amazing supporters of the folk scene, so they have kind of quite often, they put gigs on their terrace there. It looks over kind of a lot of beautiful part of Newcastle. So I think after that
You
gig,
got
I got you
Ish
to play.
asked you to do it.
She-
then
well-
I
thought I was doing a Dolly Parton cover set.
we did do a couple of Dolly Parton covers.
Yeah,
didn't we? We did one
you were
maybe.
like, can we not just sing some folk songs?
And then I think after that it was like let's sing some folk songs, and then we booked a few gigs last year. Or was that 2 years ago now?
Last year. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess it, so we did like the video in that before we'd really done any gigs, like that the 12 Brothers video.
Oh, wow.
Like last spring before we'd done any gigs. But like I said, like we've played a lot of music together
Yeah. It's been a very natural
in various
journey.
capacities, and it's exactly. And I can definitely. As soon as earlier, I was thinking actually things like I think we did a gig not together. Maybe we were on the same bill at a gig. I played in a duo with Sam upstairs in Bar Loco. It was for someone's like music business project, and you played solo.
Did I?
And I really remember that.
Must be so nice to remember these.
Well,
things.
having a memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a common thing as well. Amy getting unnerved by my ability to remember things.
Well, I must have been there.
But so it's been something that kind of been, I guess sort of in the ether for a while, and it's kind of crystallized over the last
Yeah.
2 years, shall we say.
Nice. And you're doing more and more of it, and you're looking to do more recording, which is nice, you know. So what's the plan for the next recording project? When and where have you got that far?
We're not got that far.
yet.
Winter.
We need to sell some more of these ones first.
Yeah, we need to shift those ones. Towards winter, we're going to look towards it, make a plan. Like, we're planning to hopefully get another video done to take us into kind of bookings for next year, really.
Are you going to road
Yeah.
test some of the potential
Yeah.
songs while you're with
definitely, yeah.
Oh, for
I think we'll
sure.
probably.
I think we're going to... There's something exciting. I think, can I say, Alasdair, that we've got an exciting addition coming with us? Well,
I
is
was going to
it?
say, is it here?
Is it
yeah,
here?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's over there.
We're going to bring the electric guitar, so we've been...
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going to do some electric, some acoustic. So
Oh, that's exciting.
So that'll
Very,
be a
very
factor. I think
exciting.
that's the plan for these videos as well, to kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
we want to keep a
Just to
balance
have
of both. Yeah.
Because actually, I think the first duo gig we ever did together was all electric.
Okay.
Just like as a random.
There's something about like the sound of an electric with like one of those really sparse trad songs. I think can be a really
I
beautiful
think you
thing.
get that so much more sustained can be really useful.
We're seeing a little bit more of it. Katie Spencer, who we had
Yeah.
not so long ago, she's using a Gibson. George Bosema's using electric a bit more as
George
well.
uses electric
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
He's playing here soon. Actually, I was hoping to go and see him.
Go on then. I'm going to geek out a little bit. What electric guitar are you using?
I'm using a Fender Mustang at the minute.
Oh, okay. Very good.
With P90s. It's Mexican. It's beautiful. I
there you
bought
go.
it in the little guitar shop in the Jewelry Court in Birmingham.
Willie.
Because my old electric guitar got stolen when I got broken into. And then, so I went into, actually, this is a plug for the little guitar shop in Birmingham. They were really sound. I was like, look, I play music for a living,
Yeah.
but I don't have that much more. Therefore, I don't have that much money to spend, but I do need to get I do need a good electric guitar. I like P90s.
Yeah.
And they like made me a cup of coffee and brought me like
Oh.
6 or 7 different guitars.
Brilliant.
When I was there for like a couple of hours and then left with that one, and it's been great. Although I'm thinking I'm actually, just for all the nerds out there, I've got an old frameless arch top
Okay.
that doesn't have a pickup that I'm thinking I might put a pickup in that and use that for this, because just some of the fingerstyle stuff like the doesn't on a
Yeah.
solid body or on a Fender, like there's not enough room to get under the string.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
And I'm assuming it'll be a P90 that you'll throw into that.
It'll be whatever I can find that's thin enough to go under the bridge string, because the top's collapsing on that guitar.
Okay.
So it's going to be whatever I can make work.
Brilliant.
Um,
I'm a big fan of the P90.
yeah,
Yeah.
Totally.
Just incredible pickups.
just does it all. Gives
Yeah.
you just get so much different sound just from touch. And I think the electric thing will be cool. So we'll probably do for the ShireFolk gigs we'll probably do a bit of electric at all of them. Apart from I'm just had the thought that maybe at the Jam Factory, because it's a smaller room, we might actually just do that completely acoustic, maybe, because it's not a big room.
It's not a big room.
It's about the size of like the back bar at the Cumberland Amy, so I reckon we can easily, maybe slightly. No, it's probably about that size. So we might do that completely acoustic, but we'll see. We like to, I don't know. I feel like what's quite fun with only having 2 people and there only being one instrument, is that like sort of mixing things up is kind of a hallmark of what we've been doing, and like trying things, whether that's trying new repertoire, like we've done different ways of amplifying. We've done like just on one microphone, which is kind of that bluegrassy thing.
I really enjoyed that.
More and more popular, that is.
Yeah,
You're
it's
seeing
really
it a lot
nice to
more.
think you don't have to.
As a singer, it's really nice. Yeah.
And actually, especially when you're playing and singing, you don't have to kind of like, you can be in your natural playing position and not have to worry about like hitting a mic.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
The only issue is if you need monitors. Because if you need
Yeah.
lots of monitors, then that becomes an issue.
Yeah.
But if you don't need that, then they're
But then with
wonderful.
just two, it tends to be
Yeah, it's
kind of
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
Like, the thing I normally want is just like to know what the audience are hearing, so I know how loud to play to Amy's voice. So yeah, we'll probably we might do that just acoustic, but there'll be some electric guitar at the other ones for sure. And then some different songs, hopefully. We've got quite a large list of songs and things, so we'll try and mix it up in case anyone's wanting to double up on the gigs.
I will be all three.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well,
We'll
just
mix
to keep
it
you
up,
interested.
So just a flashback to something you just said, Amy. Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
You don't just drop that and walk by.
Yeah.
You've got to go back to that one.
I'm a fanatic. I have always loved her, but during lockdown, everyone went into something, and I went into Dolly Parton really, really hard.
Nice.
I genuinely think she's the nicest person on the planet. Like,
She's phenomenal.
you don't know Alasdair. You don't know this.
I don't think she can be, but
I
that's...
believe she is. Honestly.
That's fair.
What she actually does with
Oh, she does great stuff. No, she does do great stuff.
My first
Absolutely.
ever job when I left uni was costume and wigs on the Queens of Country tour, and we did the entire UK and Scotland, and it was Dolly Parton, Tammy Wynette, and Patsy Cline. And by the end, that dolly wig had got so big, it was
you know what?
just hysterical.
If I was offered a place on that tour, I would drop Alasdair like that.
This is true.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. But I have to say, in Scotland, it was just huge.
Yes.
So everywhere we went, we were getting mobbed on the stage floors. I was just crew, but not just I was costume. But,
We love country music up here, yeah.
Yeah, there is that. There is a media for it.
Yeah.
Just music generally, it's a very vibrant scene, isn't it? You've always a country just really, really been strong on music, which is great.
Yeah, we love it. Although Edinburgh's a little bit less lively than Glasgow. Well, only a little bit. We're more restrained here.
That goes in sort of cycles, though. I
Yeah,
think, right?
it
There was
does.
definitely a time when like Edinburgh had a lot of the really kind of forward-thinking sort of trad music stuff.
There's definitely still stuff there. Like,
There's definitely
It's
still
just,
some amazing people there.
Whenever I've been to Scotland with work, it's generally been at the Barrowlands in
Oh,
Glasgow.
brilliant, yeah.
What a venue. Yeah, what a venue.
Yeah, legendary.
Yeah. There's tales in them walls. To put you on the spot then, let's plug the shows. Do you know when and where you are?
Let's do it. So, Thursday the 12th of September, we are in Ludlow. We're just outside Ludlow at Ludlow Distillery. Then the 13th, we're in Hereford at the Jam Factory. And the 14th, we're in Bridgnorth at the Valets Room.
Nice.
Well done.
Which is just next to, there's a funicular railway, Amy, and we didn't get
Shut up!
to. When we were in Saltburn, the funicular was closed. The cliff lift was closed.
I love the funicular.
So we can go on the one in.
Oh, great.
There are some sites in Bridgnorth. There's Leach and
Bridgnorth is
Castles, which
yeah.
need more than the Leach and Alasdair.
Bridgnorth is great.
Yeah.
The steam railway,
We got a lot. Yeah.
it's great.
I cannot
excited.
wait to discover it all.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it.
Amazing. Can't wait to see you in a few days.
Yeah, in like just
This
a week today,
time
we'll
next
be
week.
on stage.
And I see love, yon herd of sheep, 100 must I own, but 2 or 3. And I'll grant them all to my moor love Maggie, gin she'll consent for to gang with me. Take ye consent, love, I darna gie, to herd your sheep high on yon heathery hills. And I'll grant them all to my moor love Maggie, gin she'll consent for to gang with me.
Oh, wasn't that lovely?
They're the nicest people.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
And I really like their music. It's really nice.
It's perfect for this time of year.
It is.
It's just got that autumnal change and that feel to it, and then you can just listen to it, and yeah, it just feels like it's a soundtrack for the change of the season.
But it's also like, it's a balance of the programme. It just feels like something we've not really had before, the ShireFolk tours.
It has a much more traditional element to it.
But with a modern twist and yeah.
Beautiful arrangements.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fantastic and unique ShireFolk experience.
Yeah.
And if you were enjoying the chat and want to know more about them, they are on Instagram as Amy and Alasdair.
Is it not Amy and Alasdair Music?
Thank you. Amy and Alasdair Music on Instagram. And they've got a Bandcamp and all that kind of
Yeah, they have. They got loads of stuff.
So it's definitely worth checking
We
out.
got videos on YouTube and everything.
Yes. But yes, if you're looking for them, that's where you find them.
In fact, if you go to the shirefolk.co.uk and click on the artist tab, you'll see we've linked all of their big outputs all on that page, including Spotify links to the songs.
Well, there you go. Now you're just showing off.
I am just showing off. It's like I built the page.
Who would have thought?
So, as always, this is only possible because of the support from so many businesses and companies and people. But we want to do a particular shout out to the Arts Council of England who provided support in a financial way to make this happen. So,
Yeah, they that kind of ticks the main boxes.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But yes, but thank you to everyone who supports ShireFolk and to everyone who comes to all of the shows.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it without you guys.
And I suppose if somebody's still here at the bitter end, hi, Andy.
Have a great time, Andy. Lovely to see you over the summer.